Listen to me carefully. I'm telling you right now, this is the one. In life, very seldom do we come across the opportunity to grasp a bit of information or read a book or talk to someone that can, a moment that can genuinely change your life, that can genuinely change the way you think, change the way you act, change the way you talk, change the way you walk, alter your relationships with people, your children, your parents, your siblings, your cousins. Rarely do we come across anything that has that sweeping ability in one swoop. You have that ability right now. This, what I'm about to recommend to you, is literally the best number one thing that I would recommend to anybody who asked me essentially anything about growing, right? Like being a better person, being smarter, being wiser, speaking better, thinking better. I'm telling you, this is the one. My name is Niko. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. This is the Niko for the People channel. You can also follow me at Niko Nice on Instagram or Niko for the People on Instagram as well. I appreciate you tuning in. Stay to the end of the video because you're not gonna want to miss this information. So, let me tell you what I'm talking. First let me give you a little bit of context. In 2020, I came across a program. The program was called 75 Hard. Now, some of you are familiar with it, some of you are not. It's a mental toughness program. It's designed to help you overcome your mental instability. Well, I shouldn't say instability. No, your mental weakness, right? Like starting something like a diet, for example, and then stopping after 2 days, stopping after 2 weeks, and never seeing through the plans that you have for yourself. That's what the program is designed for. But that's not even my point. That's not even what I'm talking about. Within the program, one of the requisites is a 75-day program. One of the requisites is that you read from a nonfiction book every single day, at least 10 pages, right? So I start this program and I'm doing the program. I really enjoyed the program. But at one point in time, I chose a book to read. And yo, it was the best book I've ever read. Not only was it the best book that I've ever read in my entire life, cover to cover. And by the way, this program turned me into a reader. I was previously not a reader. I did read. I liked to read. I stated that I was a reader and previously, but I wasn't really a reader. And what I mean by really a reader is like I pick up a book and read it over the course of say 21 days, 3 weeks, 2 weeks or whatever, cover to cover. That I almost never did. I skim through a book, I'll read a chapter, I'll pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. But no, now I'm a cover to cover guy. I read books to their entirety, right? This book is the best book I've ever read in my life. Before I tell you what it is, well, you probably already know what it is because I probably have it on a thumbnail, but okay. The book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't even, oh my goodness. It's hard to describe just how good it is. It just gives you a different perspective and approach to everything. To everything. And not only does it give you that, it also gives you the real life examples of how this book works, who it works for. And then, furthermore, it says, wait, pause, try it in your own personal life. I'm telling you, I don't believe in magic. I don't believe in wizardry. But if you follow what this book tells you to do, you'll question whether magic is real or not. I'm telling you, it's magic. It's relational magic. And one of the things that the book, it starts out by explaining is how the most important trait that you could have as a business person, as an owner, as an entrepreneur, certainly as a YouTuber, as a father, the most as an employee, as an employer, the most important trait or skill set is the skill of dealing with people well. And you don't, like, if you were graduating from high school and somebody asked you what's the most important skill set that you could have as a CEO, entrepreneur, employee, employer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, most people would not say It's the skill of dealing with people. Even if you take college graduates, I would argue, most of them would not say that the number one skill is dealing with people. But the number one skill is dealing with people. It is to deal with people well and to get them to believe in your mission, to get them to believe in their mission. It's the most important, most marketable. You look at Tony Robbins, for example. Tony Robbins is Tony Robbins is probably a billionaire at this point, right? And he's just one of those people who it seems like he knows everything, seems like he does everything, seems like he has his hands in everything. And when you really dig into his life, when you really zoom in, what has he mastered? He's mastered people, how to motivate people, how to encourage people, how to hire people. He's a consultant for Fortune 500 companies, all sorts of stuff. It's people. People. This book will teach you the best ways to deal with people. And I know it sounds like, it may not sound like information that you're so eager to have in your life. Like, oh, I just got to read this book to deal with people. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to be able to convey this in a way that's compelling enough. I just can't. But if you read this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you're getting ready to run for office, this is the only book you need. If you're getting ready to start a business, this is the only book you need. If you're getting ready to get hired as manager somewhere or a supervisor somewhere, this is the only book not even the only book. This is the only piece of information that you need. I'm telling you, oh my gosh, I swear by it. I'm telling you. And by the way, if I was trapped on an island and I can only bring one book with me for the rest of my life, it would be the Bible for sure. However, behind the Bible, the second one would be How to Win Friends and Influence. Well, no, if I was trapped on an island by myself, then I probably wouldn't need that book. But if I was trapped on the island with a remote tribe and we spoke the same language, I would bring the book How to Win Friends and Influence. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm telling you, you read it, and it'll change and it'll challenge you. It's not all bells and it's not all lovey-dovey and you're great, you can do this. No. When I read it, it challenged me. It was like, I'm reading it and it's like, boom, boom, boom. It's saying like five different things and I'm like, oh, that applies to me directly. And they're like, yeah, never do those things. And I'm like, I do those things every day. And the book is like, never do them. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Look, there's a link in my bio for the book. Go on Amazon. You can probably find it for less than $10, which is, oh my gosh, it's worth more than most 4-year degrees. Oh Lord, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Thank you for tuning into this video. Please like and subscribe on your way out. This is a wild journey. We are on our way to 100 subscribers. One of these days, we're just gonna blow past 100 subscribers, and then 250, and then 500, and 1,000, which I'm really excited about. But as of now, we are not. So please subscribe on your way out and like the video. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day. Happy New Year.